All right, and welcome here to TJ Ribs on Acadian at I-10. This is, of course, the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics as we have got lots to talk about. We've got lots of people in the house. We've got the Jaguar Nation in the house. We've got also the softball team in the house, I see.
Yeah, we got a full house tonight, huh?
We got the cheerleaders in the house. We got Coach Funches in the house. I saw Coach Sean Woods, got Coach Fontenot, Coach Doyle from the bowling team is here. Coach Fontenot is here as well from soccer. And Coach Crenshaw can't hide today because he's a guest on the show.
So I think we got some sound issues going on right now.
Yeah. But
we'll keep working it out.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We got lots to talk about, lots of events coming up of course, Southern University, the big one. February 14th, a special Valentine's Day concert's going to be at the F.G. Clark Activity Center.
Yeah, no question about it. So we're engaged with a couple of promoters here, Mr. Chad and his group that engaged us about helping do a fundraiser. And so we're excited about being a part of the Maze concert, the Valentine's Day concert. A special group come in that we all connected to in Baton Rouge, Maze and Isley Brothers, and so we're looking forward to having a good time, and we're very thankful for their partnership.
And the good news is myself or Coach Banks will not be singing at that event.
That's the good news.
That is the very good news. So buy your tickets now so we don't sing at that event.
That's right.
Also, tennis, of course, is huge. We got some big tennis matches coming up on January 29th, Tulane. Also on the 5th, UL Lafayette. And Nicholls State is going to be on the 7th of February, so some big matches for tennis coming up.
Yeah, so we're very excited. I think Coach Connors is very excited about his group of young ladies. And I'm very excited for them to get started. I think that his nickname is Championship Connors. You know, they went on a long run for probably about six championships in a row at one point.
Right.
And so we're looking forward to get back into that championship run, and very excited about that. And also, we're excited what will be coming soon, though, that we're going to start bring back, shall I say, our men's tennis program as well. Oh,
wow. That ought to be great. I can't wait for that as well. Basketball is absolutely unbelievable. Big game, of course. It's a very short road trip to Alcorn State University for this weekend's game, both the men and the women playing in that game. Anytime you play at Alcorn State, it's a very tough basketball environment.
Yeah, I know best, right?
Yeah.
But certainly, that just for the record, the game time has changed. And I know the six-man club is taking the bus up, and so the game time changed. The latest would start at 1 o'clock, and the men would get started at 3 o'clock or 30 minutes right after that game. And so we're excited about that challenge. Men's basketball in first place right now. Obviously, we just a game ahead of Alcorn, so it's going to be a big game for Alcorn to try to tie us for first place. And so we have to come in and focus. And obviously, our ladies program, Coach Funch is doing a great job with them. They are a game out of first. Jackson State is in first place, who they will play on Monday. And so it's a big game for them to go up to Alcorn and try to get that win and set themselves up for a showdown on Monday night in Jackson.
No question about that. Then it's Educators Weekend over at Southern University as we celebrate the educators in this great state. That's very big, of course. Alabama A&M on February 7th. That is a Saturday, with the women starting at 3 p.m. and the men about 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so coming back home, and we've been having great crowds. Without our students are just starting to come back on campus, and so we have a lot of activities for our students to make sure that they're having a good time and want to make it a great atmosphere for all our fans and kids friendly. I would say that I was very pleased with our first responders night that we had this past weekend. We had a very good crowd where it was first responders night, and they got a chance to come in for free and discount tickets for their families. And so we're doing that for educators night as well. So we're going to be looking to partner up with the city, with the schools around the city, pushing for the teachers to come to the game, and we're going to spotlight a couple of our professors that our student athletes enjoy working with, taking pictures with them, be able to put them on social media, and talk about our relationships with our faculty on our staff as well. So,
no question.
We working together. We one big family at Southern University.
And then, of course, Alabama State will be on that Monday, February 7th. You want to check that out. Again, that's at the F.G. Clark Activity Center. Please get your tickets. Go to the ticket office and get your tickets now. Women's bowling on February 4th through 6th, the SWAC East Roundup.
Yeah, no question. So, Coach Dahl and his group been off and running, and obviously, we're looking forward to that roundup. And I think that our young ladies have been competing well all year long. I think we talked about that on this show, and we're very excited. That's a young program that's growing up very fast, and he has some very talented young ladies. And speaking with him the other day, I know he was saying that we need to get focused and keep coming. But he's certainly pushing his student athletes in the right direction, and we feel good about our chances of going and winning that roundup.
No question about that. All right, I see Coach is in the house right here, Coach Dooley, and a lot of people have been talking about the Jackson State matchup that'll be in Birmingham, Alabama on the 2023 and 2024. Talk about that a little bit, Coach.
Yeah, so I mean, it looked like I've been talking about that on media all day today, and just finished doing the interview outside. So with this new format, bringing in the two new teams from Florida, we still on an 8-game rotating schedule, right? And so from the other side, schools will roll off. It just so happened Jackson State is rolling off in 23. Mm-hmm. We will play them this year in Jackson, and by no fault of each university, it's just that the way the schedule is built in, and obviously there were some problems in jockeying for position as we tried to schedule the game, right? And I think it's important that we play the game. Would I like for the games to be on the home campus? I think traditionally that fits what we all would like, but from the business side, that don't always work because of I represent the interest for Southern University, and they Athletic represent the interest for the other school, for Jackson State, right? Mm-hmm. And so it came to a point where the game was threatened not to be played, and I just think it's a tragedy for us not to play Jackson State, who's probably in all our sports, other than Grambling, our next biggest rivalry. And certainly in football, it has been built up to be one of the biggest rivalry in all of football right now. And so the SWAC office stepped in to mediate the situation between the two universities. I will say that the city of Birmingham approved a sum of money to try to get both universities to come for the SWAC office. The SWAC office have gotten several sponsors to be a part of this game, and so right now, if no one show up for that game in 23, both universities will walk away with $500,000.
Oh wow!
And so if everything holds true with the attendance that we think that we can get, then both universities, not one university, will walk away with at least $1.2 million.
Wow.
And so that relit the conversation, right? Mm-hmm. Because I'm going to fight like heck for Southern University, and I'm sure obviously the athletic director going to do the same thing for Jackson. So we wasn't going there, and regardless of a schedule, and I guess they wouldn't come here regardless of a schedule. And so we're going to play that game in Birmingham for the next couple of years. They come back on the schedule. Not to say that we won't have this problem again in 5 or 6 more years when they roll off. We just have to see, because they will be rolling off again. You'd think one of the biggest rivalries probably would stay on the schedule. But just the way right now the format of the conference office in all our sports, the school's going to be rolling off. I was just talking to our basketball coaches, our staff meeting today. We go to Jackson, next week, this week, but Jackson and Alcorn won't come to us.
Right.
So this has never happened before, so we got to get used to this new formula until it changes. And so the way this formula has laid out for football has kind of caused a little chaos between the two universities, but we're able to work it out, and we're looking forward to be a good situation for us in Birmingham. And obviously, the sum of money that they're able to come up with in the TV package really make this attractive for both universities.
No question about that. Football schedule, is it close to being released for the 2022 year?
Yeah, so we're cleaning up a couple things on that schedule. We're waiting on a couple of other contracts to be to come in, and we look forward to, I think, releasing that football schedule sometime next week, probably Wednesday, Tuesday, or next week. we feel like that we can release that schedule so our fans can prepare themselves for the upcoming season.
No question about that. Of course, you can always get your season tickets at the ticket office and get ready to go with that. Also, we're going to be talking about Jagathon, which is coming up. This is a big fundraiser for Southern University Athletics, the Jagathon, and it's coming up real soon right here on the Bluffs.
Yeah, so that's coming up very soon. I think the same weekend that we play Grambling in baseball and softball plays Texas Southern that same weekend. So we're trying to make that a big weekend. The same time that we will be naming the Athletic baseball field house after our own Hall of Famer, Coach Roger Cato. Wow. And so we got a lot going. Yeah, y'all can clap for that one. That's one of our own legends right there. And so we have a lot going on campus, and we cranked it up the other Thursday when we were here. I think most of you all are aware that we received our first $10,000 donation from Coach Dahl's wife and his father-in-law over here, $10,000.
Wow,
and his mother-in-law sitting over there. So we're taking donations right now, and everybody will play their part to try to. Our goal is to raise $100,000. Last year we raised right at $65,000. So we're hoping that weekend we can raise $100,000 because we have a lot of work to do. I don't want to be the dead horse, but we're trying to improve. We're trying to do things on our softball field, trying to build locker rooms, concession stands, bathrooms. Everybody in our department, volleyball, trying to build them out a locker room as well. Soccer, we're trying to give them their own place. Tennis, we're trying to make sure that they have a place that they can call their home. So there's a lot of work to be done, and obviously we have to go out and raise these dollars. So it's very important that weekend that we all work together, each individual sports, and be able to bring this pool of money to the university, to athletics, where we can invest back into our student athletes.
No question about that, and that'll be good for everybody, all the sports, no question about that. Be able to compete on an even level on the floor, on the field, whatever you want. That's on the court, whatever, and that's what you want.
It's very important. I was saying, in reality, I made the analogy today that we got a turf field now, right? I don't know if we won a championship since we got the turf field.
Nope.
But we won a lot of championships on grass under Coach Rich, right?
Right.
And so obviously, it's about the student athletes trusting in the coach, that relationship, and working very hard to get the championship. Yeah. So I don't want to think facilities bring it, but we know we're in the business where we want our student athletes to be first class.
Yes.
And I want to be able to provide them everything that they need, and the coaches, when these young people come in on our campus, to have their own facilities, in which we're working toward. We come from a long way, but we still have a long way to go. And so I'm looking to do that. I'm looking to also, to be able to come back these days. There's a thing called a cost of attendance, where we can get student athletes money like some of the other universities are doing right now. And so we want to make sure we're doing that and make sure that we can fully fund all our sports, from all our sports, from the top to the bottom, from the cheerleaders to the football team. So it don't really matter to me, but that's the vision, and that's where we're headed, and I guarantee you we're going to get there.
No question about that. Well, speaking of champions, we've got a champion coming up right here next. We talk to Coach Crenshaw of the baseball team. That's right here as we continue from TJ Ribs. Come on, get some delicious ribs. I see the red beans and rice and the chicken flowing fine here. It's always delicious for that, and a whole lot more going on right here at TJ Ribs. $8 for the Big Cat Hurricane as well, so you want to get that as well. Back in a moment, Coach Crenshaw joins us right here as we continue with the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I'm Chris Powers. That's AD Roman Banks, back after this timeout right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Let's go, Jags.
Are you interested in a college major with numerous career opportunities? Look no further than the Southern University College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences. Agriculture is more than working on a farm. Our students are gaining hands-on experience and conducting cutting-edge research in the areas of agricultural sciences, family and consumer sciences, and urban forestry and natural resources. Our students also participate in internships and travel to national conferences. Our student organizations include students from diverse backgrounds, with close bonds. These organizations provide our students with leadership and personal development skills needed to help them gain employment with top industry leaders. If you're not sure what you want to major in at Southern University, I encourage you to try ag. For more information about the College of Agricultural, Family, and Consumer Sciences, visit our website at www.suagcenter.com or call 225-771-2242.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Hey y'all, I'm Amanda Shaw. We all know Louisiana is as fun as all get out. So get out, take a road trip, and explore our state. Fill her up, then try a new restaurant that's as fun-loving as it is food-loving. Grab the family and take off for monumental adventures at our 21 state parks. Or take a magical minivan tour along our 19 scenic trails and byways. Louisiana's a trip. Take one today.
This is Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. Plan your road trip at LouisianaIsATrip.com.
Look out, Louisiana. Here comes the excitement of an instant game with the thrill of a growing cash jackpot. Play Louisiana Jackpot, the exciting new fast play game from the lottery. Jackpot keeps rolling until it's won. Play $2, $5, and $10. Play Louisiana Jackpot from the lottery for your chance to win big. And don't forget to pick up beads and bucks and nines and a line today. Fast play, fun in a flash.
All right, welcome back, everybody, here to TJ Ribs right here on Acadian at I-10. Of course, and we've got a rib eating contest coming up from TJ Ribs. It's going to be on the basketball. We're going to talk about that coming up in a moment. Coach Banks might want to participate in that. I hear he's pretty good at eating the ribs, so we'll see. That is coming up at F.G. Clark Activity Center, and it ought to be a lot of fun. We'll tell you more about that. Speaking of fun, Coach Crenshaw is right here on the set for the first time, right?
Yeah, it's my first time.
You've never been here before, right?
No, I've never been on
awesome
stage.
Deal. So now you got to cut a flip right here like the cheerleaders do, like these great cheerleaders. How in the world do they cut flips all the way down the end of the court? Are you kidding me?
I wasn't athletic enough to do all
You wouldn't, yeah, exactly. Well, first of all, back-to-back SWAC champions. That obviously sounds good. Both times to go to the NCAA tournament. Coach, expectations, are they getting higher or what?
The bar's already set high.
Yes, indeed. With Coach Kadar and all of that stuff. But, yeah, back-to-back champions. That has a sweet sound to it. Does it help in recruiting when kids hear that back-to-back SWAC champions, I want to come to a winner?
Yeah, it helps with recruiting. Definitely get to talk to kids that probably wouldn't be interested in Southern.
Mm-hmm. Now, what about recruiting? Now with the all kinds of different things, you've got the transfer portal and what have you. It's always a tough deal. Recruiting. How is recruiting going for baseball? I think with softball and baseball, people don't understand how hard it is. What is it? 11 and a half scholarships for baseball. 11.7 scholarships for baseball, and that's absolutely unbelievable. And also, too, it's crazy too. And a lot of people don't understand this. Coach Manaria told me this from LSU when I interviewed him one time. But he told me what people don't understand. Like, say for instance, you get a shortstop. I got a shortstop, and I'm proud of that shortstop. He's going to be my guy for the season. But he is drafted by Major League Baseball, but he says, I'm not going to Major League Baseball. But when he goes to college, now he is obligated to go to Southern University. But the day before he goes to school, he may say, you know what, I'm taking that $600,000 bonus. I'm going to baseball, and coach, you're out of a shortstop.
Actually, that happened to us this year. We had a kid get drafted out of junior college. About a week before school started, he decided to sign, so we lost the pitcher.
I mean, they did move the draft back because it was right in the middle of college World Series, so they did move that. I hope that they do something about this because that's not fair to coaches. That is a very disadvantage for coaches, big time.
I mean, it's a part of it. You just got to deal with it.
You just got like the NIL, like the transfer portal. I know there's a lot of coaches that are not in favor of that, but they're not going to come out and say that because they want their kids to come to their school, and I understand that. Well, let's talk about the schedule. Obviously, it starts out with the Andre Dawson, one of my favorite players. I loved him when he played for the Chicago Cubs. Of course, you got the Andre Dawson Classic. It's going to be in New Orleans at Wesley Barrow Stadium, Alabama State, Jackson State, and Florida A&M. Yeah,
Andre Dawson was one of my favorite players growing up, so I'm glad I get to play in it and coach in it. So
that's it. That's right. It's going to be February 18th, so that's a good chance for the Jaguar Nation to make that trip down to the I-10 and go and watch some great baseball. It's a beautiful facility, too, turf field and all that. So, I mean, is it changed much when you're coaching from turf to regular field? I know it's got a bigger bounce. Does it have bad hops?
It plays a little faster. You get truer hops on turf than you do on grass, but...
And sliding, too, right? Because sliding is a big deal. You can slide past second base on a steal from first base.
Yeah, we work on sliding normally a day or two before we go play on turf.
And different shoes? Is it different shoes
still
the same
spiked.
Shoes? Got those black pellets. Boy, when I play, I'm glad I didn't have those black pellets because I see them, football players getting them all out of their eyes and stuff like that, man. That's unbelievable. Then University of Missouri comes to town on February 23rd. That is a Wednesday. Pack the place up. That's going to be a fun place there.
Yeah, we catch them coming down to play Nichols and then I think Louisiana Monroe. So we play them in the middle of the week.
That's going to be a fun game again. That's in Baton Rouge at Lee Hines Field. We've got some other games, of course, LSU, that annual LSU game. And we're going to play them twice. We play them on Saturday, February 26th. We play them again on Sunday, the 27th, in a tournament there at Alec Box Stadium.
Yeah, we open up with Townsend that weekend, and then we finish with LSU.
A lot of people also, too, don't understand, too, pitching. You only go as far as your pitching in the tournament play. How are we going to look in starters? It's always tough to find the starters. It seems like college coaches are always saying, I haven't found my Friday starter yet. It's going to take a while before I find my Friday starter. How are you looking for your rotation right now? Do you have your Friday starter?
Yeah, we got two right now.
Look at
Friday
this. Now, you see that?
He's a returner, though. So
okay, yeah.
It's expected of him.
How bullpen-wise, how are we looking on bullpen?
We're still trying to figure that part out. We got a couple decent arms. Hopefully we can get those guys to throw strikes.
And then offensively, how do we look at as far as the team goes out in the field and offensively?
We got a little power. We got a little speed. So we try to mix it up and put together a decent lineup.
Right. And it's going to be fun, of course. How different was it for you being the head coach last year? You were an interim head coach. You won the championship. You got a contract. Congratulations for that. How different was it for you being the head man now?
It was real different. I was responsible for everything. At one point in time, I was just responsible for the pitchers.
Yeah.
Now to be over everybody, it's a little different.
But see, and now that you're talking to me too, you're kind of a little nervous talking to me up here. But when you give me the lineup, because I do the PA for the games, you give me the lineup. You're cool, calm, and collective.
I'm in my element then.
There you go. You're in your cleats and you're walking down, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Coach, good luck in this season, and we wish the best of luck to you, man.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Crenshaw. In fact, he's taking over the show after I'm going to leave, and he's going to take over the show, right?
Nah. I like coaching baseball.
There you go. That's right. All right, when we come back, we're talking softball. I had so much fun last year watching softball, doing the PA for the softball last year, and I'm going to tell you more about that. We got a brand new coach here. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more as we continue right here. It's the Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics as we continue right here from TJ Ribs on Acadian at I-10. I'm Chris Powers, back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Care South offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
Men, not going to the doctor puts you at a greater risk for such killers as heart disease, stroke, cancer, and more.
Call our Lady of the Lake Physician Group today.
See a doctor.
Don't pass on your health.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
Competition for this house is fierce.
Relax. You got a team to help you out. Huddle up. You have a home buying edge. A verified approval from Rocket Mortgage verifies your income, credit, and assets all up front, putting you ahead of regular pre-approval and letting sellers know you're serious.
Let's do this.
Put it in.
When you need a competitive edge in a crowded market, Rocket can.
Hey y'all, I'm Amanda Shaw. We all know Louisiana is as fun as all get out. So get out, take a road trip, and explore our state. Fill her up, then try a new restaurant that's as fun-loving as it is food-loving. Grab the family and take off for monumental adventures at our 21 state parks. Or take a magical minivan tour along our 19 scenic trails and byways. Louisiana's a trip. Take one today.
This is Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser. Plan your road trip at LouisianaIsATrip.com.
All right, welcome back, everybody, right here at TJ Ribs at Acadian and I-10. Of course, this is the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics as we welcome here to the show for the first time on the mic, Coach Brittney Williams, brand new coach at Southern University softball. Give it up for Jaguar Nation.
Thank you.
Congratulations!
It's good to be here.
But you're no stranger to Baton Rouge. Your hometown is Baton Rouge. You of course coached high school softball, Zachary, and East Ascension.
I did. I am a hometown girl.
No, cool deal. How does it feel to be now the new head coach at Southern University softball?
It's honestly a dream come true. I've been recruited by Southern. My family, Southern grad, Southern alum. My husband's family, they all graduated from Southern. So now I get the opportunity to get that HBCU feeling and be a part of the family like my family has had. So finally get to get in.
No question about that. And you know, one of the things I tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you've never seen a game, if you've never gone and see a softball game at Southern University, you're in for a treat. I did last year for the first time. And I tell you, it was so much fun. I got to MC some of the games and the games that I could do that I wasn't doing something else. But I had a blast doing that. A very good offense for the softball team from last year. Made it deep into the tournament as well. We're going to be talking about that and the schedule coming up. The only thing about me MCing the game, me calling the game, PAing the game, I guess you could say, is their chants, constantly chanting. I went home and was chanting it. And my neighbors were knocking on my house door saying, "Shut up, would you?" They have those little chants. Where do they make those chants up? How long does it take to make a chant?
Oh, they just come knowing it. I know our first fall game, I was telling them, like, we got to be energetic, go out there and do your thing. And I looked in the dugout. They were never quiet. Like, they were always hyped. And they know my favorite cheer is Error Girl. So they'll tell somebody you made an error and go sit down next to the water cooler. It's one of my favorite.
We might have a couple of them come up here and do that actually on TV. That would be fun. And look, you do it? Because we're hearing ahs and oohs. We don't know if we're going to do that. But we're going to do that here before we get out of this segment. Let's talk about some of the games that's coming up on February the 11th on a Friday. We're going to go to Monroe, play Jacksonville State University. That's going to be a tournament right there in Monroe.
Yes, we're excited about it. Going out to ULM and facing some good competition and seeing where we're at. So we're ready. We're excited.
And on February 16th, how about this? It's going to be the University of Southern Mississippi. The Golden Eagles will be here for a doubleheader in Baton Rouge at Lady Jaguar Field.
Yes, they better watch out because we're ready.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome deal. Then you some good ones. Again, on Wednesday, it'll be on that Wednesday, 5 p.m., and then at 7 p.m. Then Louisiana College. It's going to be right here in Baton Rouge. Louisiana College from Pineville, Louisiana.
Yes, we played them quite a few in the fall, so we're excited to see them again and show them how much we've grown from the fall to the spring, and just have that opportunity to just go out there and have fun and show how much our hard work is paying off.
What is your philosophy going to be for this season for the young athletes? By the way, we got 2 tables of athletes here for softball here. What is going to be your message to them?
My message to them every day is be better than the day before. And I asked them at the end of the game, did you have fun? Did you have fun doing this? Because it's not a job for you. It's something that you got recruited, a game. It's still a game, something that you love. So my job is to make sure that joy is still there. And we don't take it too serious, but we go out there, we handle our job, and we have fun doing it.
Yeah, because you don't get to play for a long time. Your collegiate career goes just like that, and before you know it, it's over and all that stuff. So definitely go out there and have fun. So what do we look like as far as this year goes? Softball, obviously different than baseball. Softball, you can pitcher can pitch the whole game and pitch the next game and all that good stuff. But the one thing I'll say to that, and I played baseball for a long time, I could never hit a softball coming down there, because the way they swing that arm like that,
oh man,
and it's coming with velocity. I can hear the whistle when I'm behind the home plate, and I'm hearing the whistle. Ain't no way I can hit that.
Yes, and then our staff this year, our pitching staff, they bring a lot of different varieties. So we have the awesome curveball pitcher, and then we can switch it up on you and bring our changeup pitcher in there, and then we have a rise ball pitcher. So different speeds, different velocities, different people bringing their different strengths to the game. So we're really excited about seeing them all come together and mesh well together.
Yeah, softball is so much fun to watch. There's no doubt about that. Do we have one of the athletes that's going to do, is she going to do the chant? Come up and do the chant. Is somebody going to come with her too? Come on, come up and do the chant. Come on now, I know the softball, the Lady Jags are not scared to do the chant here. Come on. I know you got to come on, do the chant. Come on. There we go. Here we go. We've got some athletes coming right here.
All right, y'all say it with them. Don't leave them by themselves.
All right, ready? For the whole softball team, y'all do this chant. Ready? Go ahead.
First base. That's on you, first base. That's on you. That's on you, first base. That's on you. You keep it up. You're going to be out on the bench with your coach and your friends. That's an error, girl. What's her name? Error, girl. You should be the water girl. Water girl, water girl. You should be the water girl. You go sit by the water cooler.
Now, in football, you get unsportsmanlike penalty for that. I want to play in that sport. That's pretty awesome. We're so excited to have you here on the Bluffs. Cannot wait to watch your season. I guarantee you I'll be up there. And obviously, we want to get, and it's what Coach Banks was talking about earlier, more and more things going on for the softball. Like to get concession stands out there. I know we've got a nice scoreboard out there.
Yes.
I like the brick wall that goes all around the stadium and stuff like that. So Lady Jaguar Field looks great. And again, folks, I'm telling you right now, trust me, it's always good weather, and you're sitting out there and you're having fun, relaxing. Go out there and watch a softball game over at Lady Jaguar Field. You will have a blast. Get your tickets and go support these great softball team, because they're great, and support you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And glad that you stayed here in Baton Rouge.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, we've got more right here as we continue with the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right?
You ever come to Louisiana?
When the needs are evident, but the solutions are not, a well-calculated design steeped in hard-earned expertise is what we've built our reputation on. Go ahead. Ask us to prove it, because we'd love to. Performance is what drives us. It's how we foster a culture of expertise and informs our approach to complicated challenges. CSRS defines our client relationships by how we perform and the chemistry we build together, with a comprehensive, masterful integration of engineering and development, program management and disaster recovery, and as client advisors and planners. After more than 4 decades of careful, strategic growth, we have refined our multidisciplinary approach to encompass a diverse collection of services designed to revolutionize what it means to build a better community. Our legacy is easy to see. It's found in our projects, our people, and it's evident in the places our work has touched. And we've resolved to prove this legacy every single time. We are accelerators, trusted facilitators of public and private sectors, the force that imagines, designs, and builds the bedrock to propel tomorrow's stronger, smarter communities. Because what we do isn't about buildings or developments or infrastructure. It's about ensuring that the parts which are fragile in the communities we call home are carefully considered and thoughtfully redesigned to be stronger and smarter for the benefit of tomorrow. The proof of who we are is all around us. So go on, ask us to prove it, because we're ready to. CSRS, building stronger, smarter communities together.
Everybody right here to, of course, TJ Ribbs on Acadian and I-10 as we continue with the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. I also want to talk about the softball assistant coaches, too. Jessie Watts is in the house. She is here, LSU player. Give it up, softball team for coach. And I enjoyed watching Leah Andrews last year. She is going to be assistant coach. That is awesome. She could play center field and also pitcher. She a very good athlete for Southern University softball for a long, long time. Marlon Hollins.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of athletes, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Good. A lot of promotions going on, man. You've got a lot of stuff going on at Southern University. And again, we want to talk about, everybody's talking about that big concert on February 14th at the F.G. Clark Activity Center.
Yes, sir. So one thing AD Banks pride itself on is we want to do fun, strategic fundraising initiatives. Sure. We want to do things that are unconventional, outside of the norm of just normally asking, can you donate to this initiative? We have that coming with Jagathon Staying United, but with the concert series, we're bringing in Frankie Beverly and Mays, we're bringing in the Isley Brothers, we're bringing in Chrisette Michelle. So what we're doing is innovative ways to support the athletics, to support the athletes, and to continue to change the culture.
And that's awesome. It's fun, and you're doing something great at the same time. Speaking of Jagathon, that is coming up as well, and that's an opportunity opportunity for the fans to give back to, and also athletes too, former athletes.
Yep.
You're always getting phone calls from athletes who have been there before and give back to the university.
Yes. So Jagathon is our annual donor campaign. It's nationwide. We call on Jaguar Nation members from far and wide. It's a campaign to support our athletes on and off the field, to make sure that they're taken care of on the field with their strength and conditioning, their equipment, but the off the field things too, like cost of attendance and other things that AD mentioned about. But this year, Jagathon, we're going to merge the hybrid system where we normally would do a all-day phone bank system with a social media engagement piece, and we're calling it Jaguar Stand United, because here at the Jaguar Nations, we know that individually things may crumble, but when we all come together, the Jaguars Stand United, we can be monsters in this nation.
That's right. That's exactly right. And then so many other promotions, of course, coming up.
Yep.
Education night is going to be coming up. The next home basketball games a week from Saturday against Alabama A&M and the Bulldogs.
Yes. So if you check out our basketball teams, you've checked out any of their games, their record, or anything, you know that they are worth watching, that they're a treat. So this year we started the Pack the Mini Dome initiative, one to give back to our community member supporters like the frontline workers. This weekend we have Educators Weekend, which means you are in the game complimentary on Saturday and on Monday, but infusing things like Greek night, because we know what the Divine Nine mean to Baton Rouge, and Alumni Night, where we're calling out all of our RVers, our trail riders, our tailgate supporters, and Jaguar Preview, a night that we're inviting high school juniors and seniors across EBR and the metro area to come get a closer look into Jaguar athletics. But we pride ourselves on standing on the shoulders of giants, but also being strong Christians. So we're going to end the series with church night on senior night for the basketball team.
Oh, cool. That'll be a lot of fun, no doubt about that. And a rib eating contest sponsored by, of course, the place we're at right now, TJ Ribs, and that's going to be a lot of fun. That's coming up on February 5th, halftime of the men's game.
Yes.
They're going to pick a person from each section, okay, fans from each section, and if that fan wins, the whole section gets gift cards to TJ Ribs.
Yes.
That's pretty neat.
Yes, it is. So that's another one of our engagement pieces. We're going to focus heavily on the student side, and create some friendly competition in there, but also show that our proud supporters and sponsors give back to the community as a whole. So we'll be sponsoring that entire section. There's a lot of seats in that section.
That's right. A lot of section and a big time. And then, of course, also, I noticed a lot of T-shirts being given out for all these games as well. I see Coach Sean Woods is in the house. We haven't had a chance to talk with him. I told Coach Woods the other day, doing play-by-play is one thing, but being a mathematician is the old thing, because they're up by 47. Now they're up by 43. Now they're up by 38. Oh, my goodness. I had to count. And you got to do it quick. You can't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
So they were, and Coach Wood said, hey, bring it on, because we're going to do some more of that coming up late. He's got an awesome basketball team, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. The energy in the Mini Dome is electrifying.
Yeah.
And one thing, we want to bring it back to the energy of the older days when the Jaguar Nation will have 3,500, 5,000 people in the Mini Dome. That's why we're calling it Pack the Mini Dome, because when you have student athletes delivering week after week, the way our athletes do, they almost demand and command your attention. How can you not come support them?
And both the Lady Jags and the men's team just have exceptional defense. How in the heck do they, with that full court press, how in the world, the traps and all that, how do they pass the basketball? I couldn't even come close to passing it.
I don't know if the defense is what gets me, or it's because it's kind of looking Space Jam-ish out there. Every time you turn around, it's an alley hoop here. It's somebody getting shook here. It's some theatrics.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, speaking of winning, we got one of the lovely cheerleaders right here. What's your name?
Jada.
Jada? Where are you from, Jada?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
From Houston, Texas. Give it up for Jada, cheerleader right here. We've got a winner for some tickets for the this weekend's games, as we mentioned, or next weekend's game, Alabama A&M and Alabama State right here, and the winner goes to Carolyn Goldie. Goldie, is that it? That's right. Carolyn Goldie, is that right?
Carolyn Goldie.
Goldie, that's right. Carolyn Goldie, are you in the house? There you go. They raised the tickets. There you go. Give them the tickets. Congratulations. Thank you. Big time. Congratulations. We're giving away more tickets coming up here in just a moment for the next one as well. Marlon, as always, my man, you're always busy. Thank you, Marlon Hollins.
Thank you.
When you notice that you're having fun at the games and all that kind of good stuff, this guy, is responsible for that.
Thank you, man.
All right, my
You know, that's exciting. But I also want to take a quick shout out. Y'all, I do a lot of speaking, and I'm rarely ever nervous. But my great-grandmother-in-law, she's 92. She's over there, and I feel like a little church boy. You know, when you got to present at church. So I want to say thank you, Granny, for coming.
Look at her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Coach Banks joins us right back up here on the set as we continue right here from TJ Ribs at the Acadian at I-10. It's right here as the Overtime Show with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Men, not going to the doctor puts you at greater risk for such killers as heart disease, stroke, cancer, and more.
Need a doctor? Call Our Lady of the Lake Physician Group today.
Get to the doctor. Don't pass on your health.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food. That's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce. Crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Official chicken of Southern University.
Look out, Louisiana. Here comes the excitement of an instant game with the thrill of a growing cash jackpot. Play Louisiana Jackpot, the exciting new fast play game from the lottery. Jackpot keeps rolling until it's won. Play $2, $5, and $10. Play Louisiana Jackpot from the lottery for your chance to win big. And don't forget to pick up beats and bucks and nines and a line today. Fast play, fun in a flash.
Competition for this house is fierce.
Relax. You got a team to help you out. Huddle up. You have a home buying edge. A verified approval from Rocket Mortgage verifies your income, credit, and assets all up front, putting you ahead of regular pre-approval and letting sellers know you're serious.
Let's do this.
Put it in.
When you need a competitive edge in a crowded market, Rocket can.
That duck is fired up.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fruget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fruget today.
Welcome back, everybody, right here to TJ Ribs on Acadian at I-10. A lot to talk about. We got the bowling team in the house. Give it up for the bowling team, ladies and gentlemen. Jaguar Nation, give it up for them.
The bowling team in the house.
Bowling team is in the house. Also, we've got the recruiting bash coming up at the Cotillion Ballroom. It's this Wednesday. For all the fans out there, you're, of course, invited to come and enjoy the new recruits coming into on the Bluffs.
Yeah, this Wednesday in the Cotillion Ballroom. Obviously, I think a lot of people have been following our football staff on social media, and they will be formally introducing their signees. I get questioned all the time where this person flipped, that person flipped. I don't necessarily agree when people say what they did. You have to know the whole story too. It's right. And so you'll get a chance to know the whole story when you come to the recruiting bash. And obviously that's traditional for us, and we look forward and thankful for our clubs of putting it all together. Probably have a new little spin on it because I know Coach Dooley do things a little different. So I'm looking forward to hear about all the players that we sign as we get ready to be excited about football season.
Every time I see Coach Dooley, he's in a suit. Does that mean he's going to wear a suit on the sideline? You think?
I think probably.
No, he says no.
Probably coming to the game. You know, you never know what you're gonna get from him.
Now, Coach, am I right when you talk like that, like the softball was doing that chant? That's a personal foul. That's an unsportsmanlike penalty, right? I love that. Yeah. I love they get away with that. That's pretty cool.
You know, I think a lot of his coaches. We got some new coaches in, obviously, and that's in here. I think one coach, you can help me figure this thing out, but. We introduced some the last time as coaches, the last time he was on here, but I think he finally got his completed staff, and I know that we got Coach Graves.
Coach Graves in the house.
To be here, so he's in the house right there. Coach Graves in the house.
I did a fist bump from him a while ago, and his championship ring hit me hard, and so I broke a finger.
I think we also
he wants to win more of those.
I think we have Coach Fusilier that just got here, one of the new on the staff. Running back coach, is that correct? He in the house. Coach Fuse in the house.
Oh, there he goes.
And we got one our own. I don't think we introduced Sean the last time. Coach, our own one of our greats. Actually, Mr. James always telling me when he heard that we was about to hire him, he has asked me was it true. I was kind of playing it off because I don't like to say nothing until somebody sign on dotted line. He like, man, that was a 100 Badger before it was a 100 Badger. That's my favorite player. Well, we have our own true legend, Sean Wallace, back here with us, y'all.
All right. Cool deal. Yep, saw him just a moment ago as well. Now, coming up, of course, our next show, we invite out all of you to come for these shows. If you have fun and great food and what have you, come on out every other Thursday. Our next show is going to be on February 10th. We're going to talk basketball as we're getting close and close. We'll be, of course, right in the middle of the SWAC season and getting closer and closer to March Madness.
Yeah, we're getting closer to that championship walk. I like those words, right?
Right.
And we have Coach Funches and Coach Woods in the house tonight. I think they both in the house. Yep. I know they just got through practicing, getting the team ready. I said it earlier that we got a big road test. And by the time we have the show, the following week, we're going to kind of be – somebody going to be falling down, some going to be moving up. So you'll get a chance to hear from them and about their team. But if I'm a betting man, I'm betting on the Jaguars,
right.
Men and women, all right?
I watched the waitress come up to Coach Funches. He was telling her to go to the two-step, put it down on there. Don't bend your elbows when you're putting the bag down and what have you. And nobody's going around Coach Woods because he's got that March Madness look in his face right now. And he's just like, don't get near me because we've got game time, baby.
Let me tell you a little joke. So I come in, coming in the office in the Minidome, and I'm hearing all this noise and ruckus, and I won't use the adjectives or the verbs that I was hearing, right? And I look in there, I said, my God, that must be Coach Woods getting on those boys' butt. I walked in there, that was Coach Funches. And he got that calm demeanor, but he get at it a little bit. Everybody used to Coach Woods getting on him. And just the opposite, because they were shooting around later that evening, and Coach Woods just as relaxed and calm. I say, what in the hell going on around here?
I like that. I like that big time. You know what I like about both coaches, to watch both coaches. Coach Bonin told me when I let him be a guest doing a little color commentary during the men's game. What he told me was, he said, we've got both coaches here that coaches the players whether they're doing something good or they're doing something bad. And that's the key. And Coach Bonin said he'll give Sean Woods a lot of credit because of the fact Coach Woods is always coaching his players on every single thing they do, and not just become better basketball players, become better men in the community as well.
Yeah, I think part of being successful is never stop coaching, right? And you always find something in that film section, in that practice that you come back to. Certainly you want to make sure that you compliment them on the things that they do well, but also we want to make sure that we're getting better in our weaknesses. And I think that all our coaches here that we have hired, I have a lot of confidence in them. It's my expectation for this athletic department go to another level, right? We had some challenges. We fixed those. We hired a lot of people. We got a clean bill of health with the NCAA. It's hard when you're on rocky ground, right? And so certainly we've been fortunate and blessed now where I think we're on a solid foundation. And I think that now we have the tools given to this athletic department that coaches can go out and be successful on a consistent basis. And we're going to do whatever we can and that to make sure that happens. I trust that they go out there and get the right student athletes to make that happen for themselves. And so I'm very excited about this whole season. I'm excited about right now, just like I figured both men and women basketball is on a run, bowling is on a run. We're going to get a championship out of there some type of way, and we're going to continue to grow this. I was telling, we haven't won a cup, and a lot of people say, what is a cup? That means the best athletic department in the SWAC, and we haven't won that on the men and women's side in a minute. And obviously now it's time that we bring that back home. That's the reason why, at the HIM, is that I remember when we had to go to Jackson State back-to-back, when I first took over as the interim athletic director. I'm like, why we have to do that? Why, we just settled. They didn't come to us. And, that's one reason right now. That's not going to happen anymore, right? We're going to fight, and I'm going to fight for our coaches and our student athletes so they have a level playing field and get themselves a chance to go out there and all the chances that they need, all the bullets in their gun to go out there and be successful.
Yeah, speaking of all the guns and what have you, they just brought out the delicious ribs. Look at the light glistening right there on those ribs. And not only they brought you the beans, but they brought you the red beans and rice too.
Yeah, somebody know that I like beans, huh?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
yes, indeed.
I seen it when I'm an old basketball player, so I was looking out the side of my eye. I seen when they brought the food that you stopped looking at me and started looking at that food. I said, let me change the subject right now.
Yes, indeed. Also, the next show on February 10th, we're going to have the Louisiana Lottery. We're very happy. The Louisiana Lottery, a big sponsor to Southern University. Thank them so much. We're going to have Miss Rose here.
Miss Rose,
in a couple of weeks.
The lottery, they're a big sponsor of Jaguar Athletics. They do a lot of things for us. Obviously, you'll get to meet her personality. She's a phenomenal figure, lady figure in this city. They carry a lot of weight, and her son played baseball.
That's right.
For us as well. And so I'm always excited. And look, we're trying to locate all our student athletes that play sports, right? We're trying to make sure that they come back, that they hang out, come back and visit, that they hang out. We got I don't know if Marlon talked about it earlier, we got the S Club, where we trying, that's for all our student athletes to come back and be engaged. And so we're doing a lot of work to make sure that we bring this whole family back. All our booster clubs are doing a great job for us. Whatever we ask, they provide for our student athletes. They're here every night. And just about looking right here, you see the power of Southern University, right? And this needs to continue to happen for us to make sure that they understand the leverage what Southern University have here. I'm not talking bad about no other university, but Southern University can stand on their own 2 feet. We are here in this city. We do things well. We come out. We support our teams well. We spend our money well. And so just being in this brand means a lot. And we're going to continue to do things like this because all student athletes and coaches deserve it.
No question about that. All right, Dr. Belton, the president of Southern University, is and Chancellor will be here on the program on February the 10th, so we want you to invite you there. Also want to thank the Louisiana Tourism Commission as well, and headed and speared by Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser, who's a big fan of Southern University, and said that his tailgating in Feed the Soul was the most they had at Southern University throughout the state.
That was a big event, very big event for us.
Well, again, we thank the good folks over at TJ Ribs. Always delicious food. Great welcome to come here as well. The staff here is just absolutely, you think they worked at Disney World or something. They're absolutely unbelievable. We love the staff here at TJ Ribs. Thanks for the delicious food and always. We'll be back again in 2 weeks from tonight, February the 10th, right here at TJ Ribs on Acadian and I-10. For AD Banks, I'm Chris Powers saying so long, everybody, and all the people working behind the scenes at Pelican Sports TV, thank you. We'll see you again right here.
Go Jags.